You're beginning to understand that the art of allowing really is pleased with who and what and where I am while I reach gently for more. In that making peace with where I am, I can then be a vibrational match to all that I've been asking for. That when I am in the mode of writing a script of something that I wish to achieve, that's not what is making it happen, for it has already happened. That's what lets it happen. That anything I do that makes me feel happy or makes me feel relief or makes me feel enthusiasm or makes me feel love, any thought that I choose about the past or about the present or as I anticipate the future, all good feeling thoughts are just practicing the art of allowing. Closing the gap between where I am in terms of manifestation and where I am in terms of vibration. So are you getting it that you have preceded yourself vibrationally? And that you can feel the content of that new you that is in the process of becoming? And are you beginning to really feel the 2 points of vibrational relativity? Vibrationally where I am right now in relationship to vibrationally that which I have become? Do you have a problem with the word vibration? Are you understanding that everything is vibration, including and especially you? And that when you are aware that you are vibration, then you can begin to feel for the harmonics of vibrational harmony. Or you will sense the discord in vibrational disharmonic. In other words, everything is about that, isn't it? Do you understand that your emotions are based on vibration? And that the emotions that you feel are your indicator of what you are doing vibrationally, meaning your emotions are your indicator of that vibrational crack between what has manifested and what you're observing and what you're thinking about it and what you're offering vibrationally and the true vibrational nature of your being? Are you looking forward to closing the gap between where you are and that which you have become? It was a trick question. Because while we want you to close that vibrational gap, we want you to be happy about the next one that is opening. For that is your eternal nature. Sometimes our physical friends will say, well, when I get over there, then I will feel much better. And we understand that because we know there are things that you want, that you believe if you were living, you would feel better in living them rather than living without them. But there is a trap in that thought that goes like this. I'm less happy here than I will be when I'm over there. And since all of your vibrational offering is being offered from here, then if you're less happy here, you can't get there. And then you say, well, when I get over there, I will feel better. And we say, we don't question that. It's just that you can't get over there until you feel better. And you say, but how do I feel better over here when I'm not over there? And we say, by looking for things that are over here that also feel good. But there's another thing. By caring so much about how you feel that you're willing to work it away, work it around in every which way that you can until you feel the vibrational alignment taking place within you. We have been accused, and it was an accurate accusation, of not really caring so much whether your manifestation comes or not. We have been accused of wanting to teach you how to visualize so profoundly that you're so happy in your vision that whether the manifestation happens now or tomorrow or much, much later, it doesn't really matter because you're happy in your now. And we say that is really a valid argument. We have been accused accurately because we know that there is nothing that you want that is for any other reason than you think you will be better when you get it. You think that you will feel better in the having of that. You think you will feel better in having more money or in having that lover or in having that more satisfying employment or in having that happier feeling body. We know that it feels to you that those things need to manifest before you will feel happy. But what we're wanting to remind you is that there is this response to what's happening, which is a post-manifestational response to the action world that is around you, but that is only a fraction of your creative license. If you are among the billions of humans who are waiting until something happens, and then you are offering your vibrational response in response to what's happened, then you do not have creative control of your own experience. But if you are someone who has figured out that you are vibration, first and foremost, and if you are someone who has figured out that you can, by choosing thoughts, adjust the vibrational content of your being, and thereby mold the energy of your being into vibrational alignment with that which you have become, now you are a deliberate creator. And so we're encouraging you to be a selective sifter as you pick from the past, or as you pick from the present, or as you pick from the future. But we're encouraging you to care about how you feel. In fact, we're encouraging you to only care about how you feel. In fact, we're encouraging you to, for the most part, forget about your action journey altogether and let it be a vibrational, emotional journey. Because if you will do that, if you will care more about how you feel about what's happening or about what's not happening, than you do about whether it happens or not, now you've got it, you see. So someone says to you, how are you coming on that goal that you've been talking about? And you say, it's right on track. And they say, oh, has it begun to unfold in a way that you can see it? And you say, it's right on track. And they say, but has the money come in? Has the lover come in? Did you find the house you've been looking for? Did you lose that weight you've been wanting to lose? What's happened? And you say, it's right on track. And they say, no, I don't think you're understanding my question. What physical evidence do you have that is giving you the license to feel better? And that's when you say, I have left that old modality far, far behind. Because I found out that I was going about it backwards. When I demanded that I get what I'm looking for first so that I can have an emotional response to what's already happened, now I'm not creating, now I'm just observing, I'm just regurgitating, I'm just responding, I'm just having knee-jerk reactions. Now I'm a conditional lover. Now I've joined the ranks of the other millions who are trying to control the conditions so that I can have a better feeling in response to the conditions. I'm no longer creating conditions. And if they are very wise in listening to your wisdom, they will say, well, how would someone go about creating a condition? And you would say, by using the condition as I always must to help me conclude what I would prefer, but then immediately taking my eyes off of the not preferred condition while I expectantly reach for an improved condition. And they would say, I didn't really hear what you said. Can you give it to me in easier terms? And you would say to them, I've learned that I'm healthier in my imagination than I am in my observation. Because when I imagine, I can make it just the way I want it to be. And they would say, oh, you're a dreamer, you're not a realist. And you would say, oh, I never face reality. I create reality. I don't look at what is and regurgitate more of it. I look at what is, automatically launch desires, and become the fuller version of that which I am, and then I feel my way into vibrational alignment with what I've become. So then they would say, you mean you don't set goals? And you say, not as such. I'm the blessed one, you know. You mean you don't set goals? You don't identify what you want? Oh yes, I do that all day, every day. I can't stop doing that. When someone's rude to me, I want them to be nicer. When I'm rude with someone, I want to be nicer. When someone says I'm bad, I want them to understand that I'm good. When someone feels that they are bad, I want them to understand that they are good. When I or someone is sick, I want them to be well. When I am confused, I want more clarity. I can't stop deciphering life, and I can't stop setting goals. But something I've learned is that I automatically set my goals, and I've been setting so many of them that I've created this magnificent vibrational escrow. The source energy has all lined up and waiting for me. And now my work is to become vibrationally worthy of all of the good stuff that I've been asking for. Vibrationally worthy, they say. What in the world is vibration? How can somebody be vibrationally worthy? And then you will tell them the greatest secret of all. To be vibrationally worthy, you just have to care more than anything else, more than life itself, because it is life itself, how you feel. And then you have to be willing to work your thoughts around in whatever which way you can until you find relief from thoughts that don't feel good. and while you gradually replace them systematically with thoughts that feel increasingly better. Well, how does one go about that? Well, you look out at people who annoy you, and you feel the discomfort of that annoyance. And then rather than asking them to change their annoying behavior, you just work it around in your mind so that they don't annoy you so much. Your friend would say, "That seems hard." And you would say, "It was hard for me at first, because at first I was so accustomed to just responding to whatever was. I would see something and I would have a knee-jerk response to it. But later on I began to understand that the knee-jerk response was just my initial reaction to their vibrational offering. And when I saw things that did not match who I am, I felt the discord of it. But then I became aware that I didn't need them to understand me, or to understand my needs or wants, or to agree with them in order for me to feel better. And in that acknowledgement came my first and my true recognition of my power and of my freedom. When I discovered that I no longer needed one other person on the planet to be even a little bit different in order for me to feel the way I wanted to feel, I found instant freedom, and I found something else. I found an ability to love them anyway. And when I found that I could love them anyway, I returned to the true nature of my being. And without even knowing I was doing it, I closed the gap between me, and I began to be the source energy being in a physical body that I was born to be. And then, as far as I am concerned, you can tell your friend, then I had my first real birth, where all that I was meant to be was focused with me in this moment. And then your friend might say to you, digging through horrible things that have happened even in this day somewhere on the planet, "You mean you can look at this wretched experience and you can find joy and love in it?" And you say, "No, I can't look at things that are horrible and feel good. But by practicing looking at things that feel good, the horrible things don't show up in my life. I have to look pretty hard to find them. Law of attraction doesn't bring me the horrible things when I've tuned myself to the well-being things." And then say to your friend, "And anyway, as I look out into this world, there's way more that's going really, really well than is going really, really wrong. Do you know how hard we have to look to scrape up the bad stuff? Who was it that decided that it was our job to find all of the problems and solve them?" I found it, you can say to your friend, to be utterly overwhelming. And so I began to tune myself to the good things of life. And more, I am so tuned to the good things of life that only the good things of life show themselves to me. And then your friend might say, "Don't you feel a little guilty living such good life when there are others who don't?" And then you say to your friend, "I found out that I could not get sick enough to help sick ones get well. And I could not get poor enough to help poor become prosperous. And I could not find enough confusion to help others be clear. I discovered that through the clarity of my example, by caring about how I feel, and every day contouring myself to vibrational alignment with what feels good, that I not only became the non-physical energy in a physical body that I was born to be, but then, and only then, did I offer a strong enough signal that those who were seeking that sort of clarity could make their way to me." And then you can say to your friend, "I believe that you are such a person. I believe that you have made your way to me because of the clarity of my being and because of the power of your wanting. I do not believe that if you did not have something for me and I did not have something for you, that we would even be having this interaction. Law of attraction has put us together for a reason." And then your friend might say, "Are you saying to me that you have all of the answers to all of the questions and that you are the only one who knows what's right and that I should try to figure out what it is that you are living and I should try to copy your life experience and believe as you believe and do as you do?" And you will smile and say, "No, not at all. I am not here to tell you what to do or to guide your experience. I just want to teach through the clarity of my example